That also includes sharing respiratory viruses like flu, RSV, and COVID, which can cause serious health complications for you and those around you. Help keep your loved ones healthy. Give them the gift of protection this season by getting vaccinated. Visit your doctor or pharmacist or call 211 to find affordable vaccine options in your area. Go to sharegoodhealth.org for more information.
WTLC AM, W236CR, Indianapolis. Get ready for a whole new level of inspiration, Indianapolis. Tune in to Praise AM 1310, 95.1, Indy's Inspiration Station, and let your spirit soar.
The following is a paid program. The views and opinions expressed are those of the sponsor and do not necessarily reflect the views of Radio 1, WTLC AM 1310, 95.1 FM, and its
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Unity in the Community. I'm your host, Pastor James Jackson. Good to be with you on this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying this beautiful afternoon in the capital city and other places that we are broadcasting, because we are not only live AM 1310, 95.1 AM and FM, but we're also live on social media. So you can go to my Facebook page, James William Jackson. You can also go to the Praise Indy Inspiration Station Facebook page and my YouTube page, James William Jackson. So we are streaming and we are broadcasting, transmitting over these two different radio frequencies. We have so much to share with you. It's going to be a great show on today, talking about one of my most favorite subjects. Y'all know I'm into fitness and wellness and making it happen for your body. You only get one when you're born. That is your vehicle. That's all you get. Can't go in and trade it in. Not yet, anyway. Elon Musk is working on that. But anyway, right? Right now, you get one body, take care of it. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Your body is one of the most complex and extraordinary machines on the planet. They haven't even figured out how to replicate the human eye. They're trying for driverless cars. But the human body is still amazing. Did you know that the cells in your eyes are renewed quickly? You have new eyes every few days. I have an expert getting ready to come on. He's going to tell us about a lot of this stuff, probably some things that I'm sure I don't even know about because he's in the business. And so tell all your friends to tell somebody we're live on the air, and it's going to be a great show. If you have wellness questions, if you have questions about herbs, if you have questions about natural healing processes and things like that, then we want to make sure that you have your questions ready. And I think that my guest today is going to be able to answer your questions. And also, he, along with some other folks, have a business right here in Indianapolis that can help you to be more healthy. I have, by pastoral oversight and just by general observation, noticed that there are a lot more people getting into fitness now. I'm excited about that. I'm on social media, especially in Facebook story, TikTok. You see all kinds of people, and you see people working out and running and walking and doing all kinds of things like that. And especially Black folks getting into fitness more so than I've ever seen it in my lifetime. I think that's wonderful. As you all probably know, and if you don't know, that seniors are going to be the largest demographic by 2030, which is just around the corner. And the 50-year-old, 55, 60-year-old back in the day, grandma, mama, nanis, mud deer, grandpa, paw, whatever you want to call us, is not the same as 25, 30, 40, and certainly not 50 years ago. You guys are benching 5,000 pounds and just running 6,000 miles a week and just doing all kind of crazy stuff. I'm exaggerating, but there's some great stuff happening out there. It's just so exciting to see, especially in the faith-based community. There are people working out fitness, and it is biblical. Dion Livingston, our general manager who formatted this show many, many, many years ago, thought that it should be we handle community issues from a biblical perspective. And so the Bible is chock full of information about taking care of yourself. One of the Bible verses says, "No man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourish and cherishes it." And another scripture says, bodily exercise is profitable. So God has no problem with fitness. He wants us to take care of ourselves. The Bible also says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You remember back in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve were so healthy they didn't even need clothes. They were walking around. They were so healthy. The elements did not have a deleterious effect on their health. They were just that healthy, y'all. I'm not saying that you're going to walk around like that. Please don't. Keep your clothes on. But we want you to look good in your clothes, and you can. So get ready. This is going to be a great show on today. But first, I want to pray for you. Father, we thank you for this time of fellowship. Thank you for this broadcast, Radio 1, Praise, AM 1310, 95.1, Indies Inspiration Station, and all of those who are connected. We thank you for this time of disseminating information over these airwaves that's going to help people. And we ask you would help us to do that in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Well, the health and wellness industry in the United States is a rapidly expanding sector reflecting a growing consumer focus on holistic well-being. As of 2024 in the U.S. wellness economy is valued, get this, at approximately 1.8 trillion with a T, 1.8 trillion, making it the largest in the world. You don't hear about that often, and accounting for a significant portion of the global wellness market, y'all. And some of the key segments of the U.S. wellness industry, personal care and beauty. That particular segment includes skincare, cosmetics, and personal hygiene products, healthy eating and nutrition. That sector encompasses organic foods, dietary supplements, and nutrition services, fitness and mind and body. This area covers gyms, fitness studios, yoga, meditation services, and what I do, rebounding 3 or 4 times a week. Wellness tourism. Have you heard about that one? Travel focused on health and well-being. I have a couple of Peloton devices at the house, and I use on the treadmill. There's new experiences, and they have walking trails all over the world, just beautiful places. And I hope to go to some of those. But a lot of my rebounding brothers and sisters, in fact, Bounce Back Indy with Vanessa, they're going to Cancun in April to rebound. And so there are people who are spending money, traveling, focused on health and well-being. Spa retreats. Why not get some people together and do a spa retreat? Wellness resorts. They have become increasingly popular. The U.S. wellness tourism market was valued at over 1 trillion in 2024. That's this year, y'all, growing at a rate of 12.4%. Maybe there are those of you out there who have the capacity and the financial wherewithal to open up a wellness center here, a spa retreat, so that people all over the American Midwest region can come and enjoy a spa retreat right here in Indianapolis. It's a beautiful place to do that. We are the third largest city in the American Midwest region. There are 12 states in the American Midwest region. Chicago's number 1, Columbus number 2. We used to be number 2. We've fallen behind Columbus to number 3, but we're still an important city. And I think that would be great. So I just gave somebody a business idea to create a spa retreat right here. I mean, Indianapolis is so centrally located. You could jump on a train, a plane, a bus, drive within 3 hours or so, and people can come here for a spa retreat. We got hotels, excellent downtown. It could be year round. I just gave you a business idea. How about that? Maybe I'll do that if I have time. And then finally, preventative and personalized health services like medical spas offer non-surgical treatments, including laser therapies and medical-grade skin care. The U.S. accounted for 30.7% of the global med spa Did you even know that there was a such thing as a med spa market in 2022? Get this, valued at $16.4 billion. If you're in the fitness, if you're into fitness and wellness, you can enjoy it and make some money while doing it. Here are some emerging trends: corporate wellness programs. Maybe you have the capacity to partner with some corporations to give them a wellness program. Listen, y'all, use Chat GPT to do that. Chat GPT can give you a whole lineup of what to offer a company right here in Indianapolis. Anderson, Fishers, Zionsville, these different places, McCordsville, and say, hey, I've got a wellness program for your employees. Want to make sure that your employees are at work every day. That's going to help your bottom line with a corporate wellness program. And Chat GPT can help you not only to develop it, and I'm working with some folks. We're going to make sure you have capital to be able to do that. So if you have a great idea and it's viable, which based on the information I'm seeing, it is, we can help you create a corporate wellness program. Digital health and wellness apps are out there. The proliferation of fitness and wellness apps has transformed how consumers engage with health services, offering personalized experiences and on-demand access, holistic and integrative approaches. I like this one. There's a growing consumer interest in treatments that combine traditional medical practices and alternative therapies, emphasizing overall well-being. And I think that's so important. When I go to CVS, I pick up my grandson every day, Monday through Friday, to take him home, and whatever else he wants to do. And one of the things he loves to do, and I enjoy doing it with him, is going to CVS. He likes to get snacks and things like that there. And I always notice that the line for the pharmacy is always long, a long line. And then right in close proximity to the pharmacy are supplements and different things like that. And there's rarely anybody over there. Same thing at some of the Whole Food stores. You won't find too many people. It's not crowded over in those areas. They have sales. So I kind of wanted to set that up, and I'm going to give the rest of the time to a wonderful person who is joining us and had some business today, but took out time to come and share with you. And of course, leading the Body Buzz business. And I got, if you're streaming, you can probably, what I'll do is I'll turn this thing around so they can see the QR code. That way you can get a close up, take a screenshot of that, and you can get the QR code. But this program will be available later too. I want to welcome to the studio David Johnson.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Of course.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here, and hopefully we can shine some light onto the community.
That's what it's all about. And there's something else going on today.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, today out at the Fay Bickard Glick Community Center out on 71st Street, there's a winter Black Business Bazaar going on. 100 local Black businesses. Great to go shop for the holidays for yourself. There's food out there, activities for kids, and it's just a good time.
How long are they going to be out there?
It will be going on until 5 o'clock. And Body Buzz, we are also there. We have a few of our products, so hopefully people can come out and see what we have to offer.
All right, if you're looking for somewhere to go, that's happening as we speak, all the way up until 5 o'clock, y'all. And the weather is just good for that. It's not too cold, but throw on a sweater and a jacket or something like that and get on out there. David, I kind of went through a litany of different things with regard to wellness. What are your thoughts on what I was talking about so far?
It was all accurate, honestly. And I know you mentioned the health and wellness industry is at about 1.2 trillion, and that's great. Um, However, the healthcare industry is still beating that by 4 trillion.
Wow.
So even though those numbers are climbing, more people are becoming aware. We still have a huge disconnect, and I think being here today will help kind of bridge that gap.
I agree. And why do you think that the federal government and a lot of the different media outlets don't talk more about this less expensive way
Mhm.
of taking care of ourselves.
That's why it's less expensive. The less money we're spending, that's the less money being circulated, throughout the government and society. So it's being censored a lot. And a big part of that is to keep finances flowing through the already established healthcare system, which they have worked extremely hard to get to the position it's in today. However, it's not necessarily the best and the only option.
So how did you get into all this? Because
Yeah.
well, you've got a business here,
Mhm.
Body Buzz Health
Mhm.
and Wellness. And for those of you who are listening, you can go to Body Buzz, that's BODI buzz.com on the World Wide Web, also on Instagram
Mhm.
and other social media outlets
Yep.
to find out more about Body Buzz. And you can get your Body Buzz in the right way, 15% off first order.
Yes.
Use the code GROW PLANTS,
Yep.
GROWPLANTS. But how did you get into it?
Yes. So I'm originally from Flint, Michigan. And I'm sure everyone is aware of the water crisis.
Yeah.
So that was the year I actually started college at Michigan State, and I was going for pre med. So I thought I wanted to be a physician. I always knew I wanted to help people. So I thought that was my calling. So as I'm in school, uh, the water pandemic happened, and I was just seeing everything happening to my community, from lead poisoning to mental illnesses to skin, people's skin, getting very damaged from breakouts. And as I'm in college, I'm learning medicine, and I said, okay, I'm going to help people. So I graduated with a neuroscience degree, and I went on to complete my PhD at IU. And as I'm in my first year of my PhD, I said, I cannot do this. There has to be a better way. So after I left the PhD program, I was still kind of figuring out myself. So I got a job at Eli Lilly and another research company here in the city. And as I'm in these spaces, I'm doing the research. I have publications. I'm accredited and acknowledged by the American Diabetes Association, American Cancer Association. I was invited out to the White House, but I wasn't able to go. And being in that space, I'm like, wow, I've accomplished a lot. I'm doing the research to help prevent diabetes, because that's a lot of the research I was doing, neuro diabetes research. So connecting how the brain promotes diabetes. And just one day, I'm in the office and I look around. We're doing diabetes research. People are drinking sugary coffee, bringing in fast food, eating sweets. And that's when I kind of realized, you know, this is not how we are going to solve any of the problems going on. I'm not going to be able to truly help people being in a lab setting, eating and consuming all the foods that are making us do the research in the first place. So I quit. I left all of my accomplishments
You
behind.
quit.
I did. I left the big pharma industry and I started farming more. I always grew up around farms and growing. And I said, you know what? Our medicine grows right outside. It's provided to us.
Wow.
God has provided it to us already. It's here. We just have to tap into it and kind of get back on board with the old ways.
How long are you into this now?
It's been about 4 years now.
4 years.
Yep.
Outstanding. And you brought me a couple of gifts here. Are both those mine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think I'll give one to mine. But what is that?
So this is a fresh cranberry lemonade. It's cranberry, lemon, ginger, and agave.
Cranberry, lemon, ginger,
And agave.
and agave. Let's talk
And
about that.
it's fresh. A lot of juice that is provided to us in stores is pasteurized,
Mhm.
meaning it's been heat treated, killing over 80% of the nutrients in the beverage. So with fresh beverages, you're getting in all the
That's good.
antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and a cleanse in your system.
That is tasty.
Thank you.
Cranberry.
Yes.
Benefit.
Great for the liver, high in antioxidants, and it's in season right now. So whenever a fruit or vegetable is in season, we should be eating it. It's going to provide us with a lot to keep us through the season.
My dad used to. You like that? My dad used to do this, right? He'd drink something and go, and then we want some. I'm sorry I can't share this with you, but can they get this over at the?
Yes, we have a bunch out at the event today, along with a few other beverages and teas.
And that's going on where?
At the Fay Glick
Barclay, I think.
Barclay, yeah, community center over on 71st,
71st
Yep.
and
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yep.
All right, y'all, get out there, way west, but it'll be worth it. This
It
is
will be.
delicious. This is fresh lemonade, cranberry, lemon benefits.
Great for digestion. Great for the endocrine system as well. So it's all around great. I like to sometimes, even if I don't have fresh juice, you can just squeeze half a lemon in your water when you wake up in the morning. It'll help your digestive system
Really,
cleanse things out even more.
it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And you can buy lemons.
Yeah,
And,
super
and
cheap.
super cheap. And isn't it amazing that when you first walk into Kroger, Meyer, the fresh stuff
It's
is
all right
the
there.
first thing
Yeah,
to the
it's
left.
it's begging us to buy it.
Why do they put that up front, but people pass it?
Yeah, and sadly, that's only 5% of the store.
Yeah.
Other 90% is all the processed packaged stuff.
And that's where everybody goes.
That's where everybody goes. You know, even when there was a big scare during COVID, the grocery stores, all the fruits and vegetables were still there. It was
Not-
all the
not
other
sold
stuff
out.
gone.
You
Yeah.
get
So I was fine.
And that's really the fast food.
It is. It really is. It's
Yeah, that's the real fast food.
convenient. It's packaged in the skin that it's in, you know.
Yeah.
So I think if we just start to tap more into it and, you know, enjoy the benefits and the flavors,
Yeah.
you know, it's a world of flavors out there. I think that's what'll get people hooked to it.
Cranberry, lemon, ginger's in here. Benefits.
Great for inflammation. So about 70% of people have inflammation, and inflammation is one of the root causes to disease.
Mhm.
So ginger helps eliminate that a lot. It also helps pull toxins out of your deep tissue as well.
And men with prostate issues,
Great. Great,
The
great,
ginger?
great. Yes.
yeah, should be drinking one of these every day.
Every day. And even if it's not fresh juice, it can be fresh tea, you know?
Well, I'm gonna get me a case of these. I think I'm gonna go out there after the show. I was gonna go to Meyer, but I think I'm gonna go out there since you told us about that. Natural sweeteners in here, agave.
Yep.
I just learned about agave this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't grow up knowing anything about it myself. It wasn't until I got some education on just holistic health that I'm like, wow, there's sweeteners out there that are better than just white sugar, you know?
Yeah.
Honey, agave, pure maple syrup.
And instead of stevia and those other ones.
Yes, and
What's
stevia.
what's the problem with those?
So
Sucra something.
yes, sucralose. Stevia is actually the stevia found on the market today. It's from a GMO source.
Mhm.
I've grown the stevia plant. It's a herb. It smells delicious. It tastes good. It's sweet. But that's not what stevia is. It's not just the plant dried and crystallized. It's genetically modified. So that's why I always tell people stay away from it.
Mhm.
Splenda, stay away from it. Yes, it has 0 calories.
Is it
but
a pesticide or something?
it could be. I know it's a artificial sweetener, so
Yeah.
with that, there's some chemical component inside
Mhm.
of it.
All right, y'all. We got David Johnson here. We do got to take a break. And when we come back, we'll have more bodybuzz.com, BODIBUZZ, bodybuzz.com. If you have questions, you can email David and his folks at bodybuzz@gmail.com. Bodybuzz, that's body with an I, buzz@gmail.com. Or you can just give him a call. We got him here this afternoon until 1. We'll be back after these messages.
We'll be down.
Looking for a podcast that delves into the intricacies of love and relationships? Look no further than Dear Future Wifey. Whether you're single or in a relationship, this podcast is a perfect place to engage in thoughtful discussions about relationships. Join us on a journey of exploration and recovery as we explore the world of love and discover the secrets to successful relationships. Tune in every week for new episodes on the Urban One Podcast Network. Go to urbanonepodcast.com wherever you get your podcasts.
The cranberries, right?
New Eskenazi
Usually the
Johnson Arlene Grandy campus
one
is
time I
now
looked
open at the corner of East 38th Street and North Arlington Avenue. We look forward to welcoming the community to a space that is for more than just healthcare, but a place to celebrate the neighborhood,
Next time you
enjoy
go,
public art,
look at
and provide access to a wide range of services and resources to support your
it'll tell you on the top.
appointments are available by calling 317-880-7666 or learn more at eskenazihealth.edu.
Holiday time in Indianapolis. It's a time for the Circle of Lights, shopping, snow, and bus rapid transit. Indigo's Purple Line service is now running. Experience the increased service, updated rider experience, and new rapid transit stations on Indy's east side. The rapid service includes all electric buses with increased frequency, making transit even more efficient. For more information, visit indigo.net/Purple Line. Indigo's Purple Line, now running on Indy's east side.
Hi, I'm Dwight Freeney. Recently, I had the honor of meeting some incredible kids who are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant here in Indiana. I saw firsthand the importance of saying yes to organ donation. It's not just about saving lives. It's about giving others the chance to grow up, play, and dream big. Signing up as an organ donor is quick and easy. It takes less than a minute, but the difference you can make lasts a lifetime. Learn more at donatelifeindiana.org.
Here is Jiffy Lube of Indiana, COO Bonnie Hinkle.
Unlimited car wash programs because they make your car look great. At Jiffy Lube, we're here to help you make sure your car runs great. So to help take care of your car inside and out, Jiffy Lube is offering everyone who belongs to a monthly car wash program a $20 discount and a free tire rotation from now through the end of the year. Just clear your car wash sticker and we'll do the rest. My Jiffy Lube teams are maintenance experts. Our computer system provides all the manufacturer's maintenance recommendations for every make and model of vehicle. So we know exactly what every car needs to operate at its best. Jiffy Lube is your trusted one-stop shop for all that your car needs to run well for many years. You never need an appointment, and we now offer brake tires, tune-ups, and minor repairs at most stores. So stop by on your way to the car wash. Save $20. Plus, get a free tire rotation just for belonging to a monthly car wash program.
Jiffy Lube. Nobody does it better.
Listen each Tuesday morning from 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. for the Black Sunlight Sustainability Broadcast, where Denise Abdul-Rahman is your host.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds? Birds. What if you send through True Love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that? Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
I'm Anthony Anderson, and I play an ad executive on my sitcom Blackish. So that means I know a thing or two about numbers. For instance,
the farm is too.
seasons Blackish entertained you. 175. That's the number of episodes we did. And one, as in TV one. That's where you can now watch all the episodes of Blackish. I see. That adds up to a good time. Blackish tomorrow.
I'm
on TV One.
30-second short.
All right, y'all, I'm excited. This is my kind of stuff here. Body Buzz, health, and wellness. Off air, David and I were talking about World War II. I was just watching a documentary on last night, Churchill at War, Winston Churchill. And of course, America got pulled into that conflict. And you said, David, that 40% of the food in America was coming from homegrown gardens. Talk about that.
Yeah, during World War II, just food was scarce. More efforts were being put into the war than feeding the people. So the people took it upon themselves to grow their own food. And people who couldn't grow, people were growing for them, just sharing, bartering, you name it.
And so one of the trending terms I've heard is growers. You got a lot of growers out here now.
Yeah, more people are getting into it. I've seen a huge increase and a huge interest. The only thing lacking is they don't know where to start. They need somebody to help. And of course, we're here to help since we're also farmers. Next year, we're starting up a full courses out at the farm hands-on for people to come out and learn. But also, I like to share YouTube is your best friend.
Yeah.
You can learn I've learned so much just from YouTube, and it really is helpful.
Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah, it really is.
Just about. We got some callers. Joyce, welcome to the program.
Thanks for taking my call, and yeah, when I was growing up, you know how when you said your father drank, I don't know which one of y'all said that, but when your father drank something, you went,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Well, I have memories of Castro and Carliberal lineups.
Mhm.
Yeah, that where they gave us this, you know, I don't know whether it was weekly, whenever it wasn't appreciated at the time, but I've never been sick. And I've been paying into the medical ever since my parents had Blue Cross and Blue Shield from day one. Okay, so yeah, but since I don't get sick and they steady drawing money, they've even committed to drawing money under my married name. I'm like, a dang.
Mhm.
Yeah, so when Obama did that affordable health care, yeah, which everybody wants to say Obamacare, they should have made health care free like it is in Canada. Remember that balloon blowing over from Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, y'all don't act like you don't recognize where this mess is coming from. I'm not quite sure why, we waiting on them for help when they have our ancestors involved.
All right, Joyce, thank you for your call.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your call and comment. Appreciate you. David, I want to go back to some of the products that people can avail themselves to at what's going on at 71st in Michigan
Yes.
at this 100 Black business owners event.
hmm
You've got some other juices out there. What else is out there?
Yes. Aside from juices, we have our elderberry syrup, and it's all natural. It is elderberry with maple syrup, ginger, cinnamon, and clove.
And elderberry was selling big during COVID.
Yes,
Why is
it's great for the immune system. Boosted, full of antioxidants. It's just all around a great berry to use.
And people should never have stopped using it.
They shouldn't.
Yeah.
And we started making our own because we wanted some. I used to grow up with it. And I'm going into the stores, the pharmacies. It all has preservatives added in, different ingredients. I don't even know what they are. So I said, let me make my own. It's so easy.
And they put these preservatives and things in the stuff
hmm
so it can last on the shelf, right?
Yep.
But when you have businesses like yours in town and others, then people can get it fresh.
Yep.
What's the shelf life on a lot of this stuff?
A lot of hours. The beverages would be about 5 days. The elderberry syrup, that would be about 2 months. Our herbal tea packs, where you can purchase and go make your tea at home yourself, those are about 3 years. Dry
3
herbs
years?
have a longer shelf life than
Wow.
something fresh. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I commend what you all are doing and helping people to get these things done. I wanted to go back to something, David, you were talking about. The brain
hmm
promotes diabetes. Say more about that.
Yes. So, like I said, I have a degree in neuroscience. My bachelor's is. And the research I was doing, we found that there were pathways from the brain to the pancreas that somehow got interfered. We were still trying to figure out how that was being interfered. And once we did, we were doing experiments on, I hate to say it, but on animals. We had primates, dogs, mice. And what we were finding was that there was a pathway that when the pancreas was releasing too much insulin, that was causing interaction in the brain. So some pathway somewhere. But it all turns out that it is our brains that play a big role in the release of insulin in the body.
And so to get that going in the right direction, let's say we got some people who are pre-diabetic and some people who are diabetic. What's the best thing? And of course, we're not doctors here,
Right.
but in your business, what would you recommend for people who are dealing with? And we're not telling anybody to stop taking your medication, but what would you recommend from the wellness space that people should do?
Eliminate processed foods.
Eliminate processed foods.
Processed foods, anything that's in a box, has sugar added in a plastic wrapper. We need to focus more on whole natural foods, fruits, vegetables, beans, grains. If we look at groups of people in other countries living past 100 years old, what do they all have in common? They're not eating all the processed foods. Processed foods came into the picture diabetes increase, cancer increase, all these other chronic diseases increase. So that's the best way to start, is reducing your intake of processed foods, picking up more natural whole foods.
This is very important, folks. If you're young, it may not be hitting you right now as hard because your body is more resilient the younger you are. But as your basal metabolic rate, your BMR, and there's some free tools online, you Google BMR, basal metabolic rate. I ask people about that. They don't know what that is, but you are burning calories just sleeping, and you have a basal metabolic rate. But as you get older, that slows down, but that tool can help you to determine how many calories you need every day. You know, David, I was thinking last year, and I use Fitness Pal to help me track
Okay.
what I'm eating.
Mm.
They've incorporated AI now
Mm.
into their app, which is very, very interesting. So that's a tool I use to track what I'm eating and the calories and so on and so forth. But I noticed before I started using that app, I couldn't tell anybody how many calories I was consuming.
Mhm.
And would it be fair to say that the average person living in Indianapolis could be consuming anywhere from 3,000 to 7,000 calories a day?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Maybe even
That's
more than that.
happening. Yes. From the sugary beverages everyone's drinking, the fast food, the snacks.
Yeah, one meal,
Yep.
one meal at a fast food place for breakfast could be 1,000 calories.
And it is. Even if you go out to a restaurant, you know, even a high-end restaurant, you're going to be putting in way more calories than you would with just a home cooked meal.
All right, y'all, 317-972-3008, 317-972-3008. In just a few moments, we're going to be talking about churches and other faith-based organizations or nonprofits where you can grow your own food on site for the community. David's going to talk about how they're doing that and how you can do that. We're going to go to Larry. Larry, welcome to the program.
I didn't catch one on your last caller. She talked about the cod liver oil lineup, right?
Yeah.
We had that in our family. When Mom heard one of us start off the coffin, right? The lineup was at the door for cod liver oil.
I hated cod liver oil. Yeah.
And you know, you take castor oil was the worst.
That was cod liver oil's cousin, evil cousin.
Terrible. But you know, she tempered it with a little bit of sugar.
Right.
But you know, this is a way we need to be talking more in our community because they've misled us thinking about soul food. Mostly the people, black people, had sweet potatoes during the winter time. They had sweet potatoes and collard greens. You know, anybody can have 3 or 4 collard greens that they can milk all winter if they keep them covered up. I know I got about 4 or 5 collard plants out there now that are just beautiful after the frost have hit them, and the product is so tender and delicious. But in any case, we need to start looking more toward our food and cut out on the gluttony, because gluttony is a bad deal. And you know, I hadn't had a television in 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was over at a friend's house trying to watch the news. They have nothing but pharmaceutical commercials and people rejoicing because of how many drugs they take. I think it's just a marketing campaign, and if people fall into it, it's on them. But the person you have in there now, he's got the right idea. We need to get off the processed food, and we'll be a lot better. You can just look at people that have not followed those guidelines. They're overweight. They are sick, and you don't want to be sick. If you get sick, nobody can help you, but we bring it on ourselves. I thank you for the program, Pastor Jackson.
All right, Larry, thank you for your call and comment. You're on point. And yeah, cod liver oil, castor oil.
All natural stuff.
And by the next day, you were the day after, you were straight.
Mhm.
They didn't have time or money to be taking us to the doctor and all that sort of thing. David, hypothetical example, someone catches a cold, bronchitis, these kinds of things, especially this time of year. In America, you can't just go and get an antibiotic over the counter.
All right.
You have to go to a clinic. You have to go to your doctor. They have to prescribe it. Of course, in
That's
some
to
of the,
keep the money.
yeah, in some of these other countries, you just go right to the pharmacy and buy it right over the counter. I don't know why we don't do that in America. Well, I do know why, but they make you do all of that. You have to go to all these places first. But the problem with the antibiotic, and we were talking about this before the show, is that antibiotics kill all bacteria. And we have intestinal flora when we're born. So it's good bacteria. But the antibiotics kill it all to try to make you well.
Yep.
Your solution to that problem?
Quit using them. Quit using the antibiotics and pick up something more natural. Let's say bronchitis in the winter months. Mullein leaf, that's a herb. Hyssop, which is also listed in the mentioned in the Bible a few times as well.
Yeah.
I forget the verse.
Purge me with hyssop.
There we go.
Yeah, 51st Psalm.
Amazing herb right there.
Yep.
Myrtle, great. There's so many herbs you can use to stay well throughout the winter, even fresh fruits and vegetables, like the cranberry juice I just gave you. That'll help.
Oregano oil.
Oregano oil, yes.
That's my favorite.
Yes, it's so strong, but I love it.
It takes over anything you drink.
It does.
You
It
put a
does.
drop of
Just one drop and
it becomes oregano oil juice.
But that helps add the healthy bacteria. The oregano oil that helps eliminate a lot of the bad bacteria.
Yeah.
So that's what I recommend. Just doing your research or reaching out to us and figuring out what would be best for X, Y, and Z that you're going through.
Yeah. 317-972-3008, 317-972-3008. We got the Expert Body Buzz Health and Wellness, bodybuzz.com. You can go there now. You're 15% off your first order. Grow Plants, GROWPLANTS. And David and his folks are out at the event that's taking place at 71st and Michigan. 100 Black business owners out there. I'm going to make my way out there and check it out and get some more of this juice if there's any left over.
We always sell out.
Yeah, I bet y'all do.
People will stop by. Oh, I'm coming back. I'm making my rounds. They come back, it's gone.
Yeah. Save me some, as we used to say at home.
Yep.
Save me some. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about how you can connect with David and his folks and have your own stuff growing next year at the church, at the community center. Let's all of us solve the food desert issue, especially in the promised zones, and have food growing and people can just come and get it. We'll be back after these messages.
First call is kind of bringing up.
Willie Moore Jr. here, your boy D Stone. Listen, make sure that you tune in to us next Monday for the Spend some quality time with your family. They've been waiting for it. That's what Monday, we're gonna start it all over again. It's gonna be December, and so we're taking it up just a little bit higher. Next time on the Willie Moore Jr. Show. On Praise, AM 1310, 95.1 FM. Flat out.
Listen to the Home and Finance Show each Saturday at 1 p.m. on Praise Indy, AM 1310 and 95.1 FM, where Diana Rice Wilkerson and Janice Bragley are your hosts.
Joys of working with Radio One has been that they actually listen.
How can a partnership with Praise Indy serve your business?
My name's Jake Stamper. I'm the president and CEO of Sagacity Consulting, a full-service marketing and advertising firm.
Communication.
I choose to work with Radio One because I have such respect for their ability to achieve goals. We have served manufacturers to not-for-profits to retail, and the privilege that we have in working with Radio One is that they listen to the problems that we're trying to solve or the goals that we want to achieve, which each one of those very massive clients.
Deliver your message to the audience that matters.
My clients have been extraordinarily happy over the last 20 years with the results produced by Radio One.
Text business to 71007 to take your advertising to the next level.
Radio One does a phenomenal job at connecting with the community on every level.
Get results with Praise Indy.
When it comes to sharing love and snuggles with your baby, keep in mind that you could also be sharing respiratory viruses like RSV, I love you, which can cause serious health complications for your little one. If you have a child under the age of 2, visit their doctor or pharmacist or call 211 to find affordable vaccines in your area today. You can't protect them from everything, but getting them vaccinated is a great start. Go to sharegoodhealth.org for more information.
Honey, bags are packed and in the trunk. Is the car good to drive to Granny's holiday dinner?
Yes, dear, car's good. Ox Car Care for the extended car service plan. Ox covers our repair bills if any problems come up. Ox has flexible coverage plans. We can protect issues with engine, transmission, brake systems, and so much more.
Sounds like Ox Car Care has got our back.
We don't pay, Ox pays. Ox gets it fixed for us. Joe at the auto shop says Ox Car Care pays in direct with no complicated paperwork. Ox is A+ rated with already millions of dollars paid out in claims.
Remember, they handle our claim from start to finish, unlike those other companies. Come on, honey. The last thing we need is an unexpected car repair bill this holiday. Ooh, we can't wait for Granny's sweet potato pie.
Drive with absolute peace of mind this holiday season. Call Ox Car Care for your free quote. 800-204-0255. Don't get stuck with a major car repair bill. Call Ox today. 800-204-0255. 800-204-0255. Or oxcarcare.com.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back. The Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds.
What if you stand through true love, 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure. But why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
All right, y'all, welcome back. I've got David Johnson here. If you have a question for him about wellness, 317-972-3008, 317-972-3008. If you have some kind of an ailment or issue that you're dealing with and you want him to recommend a herb or a vegetable that's going to help you, you still have about 10 or 11 minutes to do that. Call us at 317-972-3008. We kind of jumped in the Praise Indie time machine and went back to the 1920s. We were talking off air, David, and we said, well, how far do you have to go back to when Black folks were growing their own food?
Mm-hmm.
And you said
1920s, 1930s. After that, it's dwindled down. Big cost too was probably integration and convenience foods being made available. But 1920s, over 2 million Black farmers. We accounted for over 30-40% of the farmland producing food.
And we knew how to do it back then.
Yeah, that was the main job our ancestors had, was growing food.
Mm-hmm.
And it provided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we grew that tobacco, y'all. Tobacco was so productive. There's a motif of tobacco plants in the nation's capital, in the ceiling.
Yeah, and it's medicinal too. So before we
Really?
started growing it, the indigenous here in Americas, they were growing it. That's how we learned about it.
So the medicinal value for tobacco.
I can't think off the top of my head right now, but I'm sure if we look it up, we'll see it's some good stuff. And it's probably completely different than the tobacco today, though, now.
Yeah. Back then, of course, tobacco built the American infrastructure.
It did, yep.
On the backs of Black people, 246 years of free labor, y'all. That's another show, but we knew how to grow stuff. We lost that.
We did.
Skill.
We did.
You all bringing it back?
We are, and I'm a huge advocate for bringing in agriculture and nutrition into our school systems, into our communities, because without it, how could we do anything? We all need nutritious, healthy foods to be alive, to function, to run a business, to operate. And so just offering those resources out at the farm. We're out at Broganville Farm.
Broganville Farm.
Yep. It is out on 30th past German Church. We're out on 6 acres. Kadeem, my friends whose farm it is. We got horses out there. People can learn how to horseback ride. We got goats, cows, and we grow food. So it's all around.
That's close to my church.
Farm experience. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at 38th and German Church.
Okay. Yep. Not too far.
Yeah. I'm gonna come over there. We've got a Christian school and daycare and bring the kids around. I didn't know that was over there.
We're always welcoming the kids out, and next year we'll be having hands-on farming classes for the kids too.
Speaking of farming, Davey, you were talking about helping churches and other nonprofits grow their own stuff.
Yes.
How does that work? How do people actuate that?
Yes. So if you go on our website, we have a farming tab, and it will just give you a brief background of what we do and who we are. And there's a template that you can submit to get in contact with us, and we could discuss further how best we can help you with growing, with creating, education, you name it.
And you said, which I didn't know, because in my mind, once the winter sets in, everything starts going dormant, that you can still grow stuff.
You can still grow.
What can you still grow in the winter?
A lot of leafy greens. You can grow kale, cabbage, collards, certain herbs, parsley, cilantro. You just have to do it the right way. Some covers or a greenhouse, and it can be done.
And even in an apartment, on the patio,
Yep.
or the balcony, you can still.
Yep. Or even inside, get yourself a grow light.
Grow light.
Yep.
All right, y'all. And Body Buzz, body spelled with IBODI, Buzz, at gmail.com for emails, but the website is bodybuzz.com. Fresh organic juice, which I am drinking, the cranberry lemon ginger agave. It is absolutely incredibly delicious. You know how we like to have a drink right there at the table. These are the real adult beverages.
Yes.
These are the real adult beverages.
And that's why we call ourselves Body Buzz, because on a cellular level, your body is buzzing from drinking something so fresh like this.
Yeah. I guess wine would be an adult beverage too, because it comes from grapes and things like that.
Yeah.
And
A glass a day keeps the doctors away, is what they always say.
A glass a day, y'all. We didn't say the whole bottle. Organic herbal hair and skin care products. You got that going?
We do. It's very small still. My other business partner, Adrian, he's been a cosmetologist for about 14 years now. So he helps create a natural hair and skincare product.
Eczema. Eczema.
Yeah.
What do you got with that?
That'll be great for it. Psoriasis, what else? Dermatitis. I've had customers give a lot of positive feedback. Their hair has grown back from alopecia. So,
Really?
Yeah. And it's all the power of nature.
Could I grow mine back?
I don't know. Maybe a little too late.
Wake up those, because male pattern baldness, hair grows on me everywhere else, but up here at the top, my father, and of course in my family, that's my family, the men in my family, but the cells die, the hair follicle.
Yep.
So have you all found a way to wake those back up?
Not really, because the truth is it could be, hereditary, a dominant gene where you're just not growing your hair. I know there are, surgical approaches, but for us, I don't have a...
Or a hair unit, like Steve Harvey used to have.
Yep, or that. But yeah, we don't have a set in place to grow back.
Yeah. The hair unit, I have no problem with those. Because I tried that and it was cool. It looked great on me. But I'm into fitness so much that we ended up having a problem with the adhesive.
Okay.
So it would melt and then it irritated my skin. So I had to go back to bald. And there's a sister who does a lot of alopecia stuff with women, but men suffer from alopecia too.
They do. And the best part, I guess the best way to go about it is just diet. What we put in our bodies shows on our appearance on the outside.
Oh yeah, it's going to come out. And then of course you all have the organic herbal tea blends.
Yes.
And natural vitamins. Best tea to drink in the evening.
I would say we have a chamomile tea. It has marshmallow root, turmeric, and one more other thing.
You mentioned burdock root too.
Yes, burdock root too. I have a tea with burdock root, dandelion leaf, you name it. But honestly, any tea in the evening will be great. If you want something to calm you, passion flower, chamomile. If you want something to give you some energy, some burdock root, some dandelion leaf. Just depends what you're looking for.
And isn't it terrible? Because there's clover's good too.
Yep.
And you talk about dandelions, but dandelion gets a really bad rap. And the pesticides, not pesticides, but the chemicals that are sprayed on lawns, because nobody wants
pesticides, insecticides, all that.
So people don't want dandelions, clover in their yards, so we kill all that stuff.
Meanwhile, we just had a pharmacy growing in our yard. Dandelion is probably one of the most beneficial herbs we could use in our day-to-day lives, from the flower to the leaf to the
dandelion greens.
Yes, the greens too, and the root. Super medicinal, and it grows right there. and they're
Right
I,
under our nose.
yeah. And that's probably why they spray so much on it, to keep it from us, to make us think it's bad, and it's really not.
All right, y'all. We're changing, shifting paradigms on the Unity and the Community Show. Look around. On the way in, the cranes. A lot of times are at the hospitals where they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yep.
I won't call the hospital's name, but there's a hospital in town. They're doing a multi-building development, and they are preparing themselves to handle the large influx of people that's going to be coming through there.
Yeah. You know, 6 out of 10 people have a chronic disease.
Really?
And in the Black community, that's even higher.
More, what they call it, core morbidities. That was a big thing we started hearing about during COVID.
Yep.
It was taking Black folk out a lot faster because of those core morbidities. But we can reverse that.
Yep,
through diet, right?
We can. And even with COVID, there was a study that came out showing 40% of people who ate a high plant-based diet, so fruits and vegetables, had way less symptoms. So the evidence is there. It's just kind of censored a little bit. We have to do some digging to find it.
Yeah, and that mullein that you mentioned is good for your lungs.
Yes. So even with people trying to stop smoking, it's great to utilize. It helps reduce inflammation in the lungs. It helps remove toxins and clear it out.
All right, y'all. Y'all have heard me say for almost 30 years, why should you get well soon? You can get well right now.
Yep.
And I've been in hot pursuit of Get Well Now Healing Anointing. Of course, that's the supernatural part of it. But on the other side of it, before you need a miracle, you can just drink and eat your way into good health. David, would it be safe to say that people who are dealing with chronic illnesses could reverse this through a healthy diet?
Yes. And evidence, you can watch a documentary on Netflix called What the Health, where they dive into the diet change, the medications, dropping from taking 13 a day to 1.
What the Health?
Yes.
I'm going to check that out.
Yep. I think it
love
came out back
documentaries.
in 2017, but it's on Netflix.
All right. Any final thing for us? We got to go.
Yes. One big thing, Black men right now, we're experiencing the highest rates of prostate cancer, and Podiarco is one of the best herbs to support that.
What is it called?
Podiarco. It's a tree bark, but it's great for the prostate health, and I think a lot of us need to start utilizing it because we got a lot of brothers we're losing right now.
Spell that for me.
It's PAU hyphen D ARCO.
ARCO.
Yes.
PAU. And that's just good for the prostate altogether.
Yes, it is.
PAU-DARCO.
Yep.
I'm gonna get some today.
Yeah.
Can you get it into the health?
I have it.
You got it?
Yep.
I just get it from you.
Yeah. I take vacations and I go forage and bring back a bunch of herbs. Yeah. So
You got to come back. We don't even have enough time. All right, Amaya, let's finish our juice. We're done for today. Thank you, David, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Remember 71st and Michigan Road, 100 Black businesses are out there. Let's go support somewhere in the neighborhood of 300,000+ Black people living in Indianapolis. Let's go buy everything they got out there, y'all,
Yes.
until 5 o'clock. Until next time, from all of us here at Praise Indy, we like you, we love you, and you make us smile. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.